Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 71 of Cute Little Love Letters, and this one is titled Back to the Flower Shop. Zero kept an eye on Denki that class, and when the bell sounded for the first break, he made a beeline for his classmate's desk. "Dude," he said when he approached the blonde. "You good? Is he gonna see your quirk in action?" "Bro, I don't know what to do. Do I tell her about it beforehand?" Denki asked with furrowed brows. "Or do I let it see it when and if it happens?" "That's what I was wondering too," Sarah asked. "Maybe it might be okay. Maybe I might get it under control before then, and she won't see that side of me?" he asked hopefully. "If I keep training beforehand, I should be okay, right?" Sarah shrugged. Maybe," he replied. Denki sighed. I'll think about it," he said with a scratch to his head. Denki decided to push that thought aside for the rest of the day, though. He didn't want it to interfere with his time with you. He just wanted to enjoy being with you and holding your hand and kissing you secretly on the roof. And so he did just that, all of those things in order, going with the motions of the day and getting all of his happy little pleasures in, including the kiss on the roof during lunch. After school, you and Denki walked back to the dorms together, hand in hand, chatting about the day and upcoming class camp. "We were told today that we're doing a class camp with your class," you said excitedly. "I can't believe 2 weekends in a row I get to be with you." Yeah," Denki said nervously. "This one's going to be a training one, though." "Yeah," you sighed. "Sounds like it's going to be a little bit more intense than the weekend that we just had." "We might not get a chance to sneak away as much, but I'll still try and get some kisses and cuddles in," Denki said, squeezing your hand. "I'd like that," you replied with a giggle. Into the Heights Alliance building you walked, and then headed for the elevator and got in, waiting for the doors to close before you both reached for a hug and a kiss, letting your tongues play and slide together as you made out in the privacy of the elevator. As soon as the doors dinged open on your level, you let each other go and stepped out, trying to look as inconspicuous as possible as you walked down the hall together. "Thanks for that. I feel great now," Denki said brightly, and you laughed. "Me too, and you're welcome," you said with a smile. "You want to eat together later? Oh, also I have to help at the shop on Wednesday night, so I'll be out. But we can hang out now, tomorrow, Thursday, and then Friday we have camp." "Oh, so much hanging out," Denki said, trying not to get worried about camp again and just focus on the good times with you. "Yep," you said with a bright smile, and he softened and bent his head down to yours to rub his nose against yours. "My cutie," he whispered. "I love you, my little firefly." "I love you too, Denki. I'll see you later. I'll message you," you said as you unlocked your dorm room door and stepped in. "Yeah, hear me up," Denki said with a wink as he leaned one hand on your doorframe. "Hit you up?" you asked with confusion. "Oh, it's like, let me know when you're free," he said. "Oh, yes, I will," you replied with a smile. "Bye, Denki." "Bye in," he said, and stepped back as the door closed. With a small sigh, he turned and headed for his room. Life was going to be a little uneasy for him for the next little bit until he told you about his quirk drawback, but the man just couldn't do it right then. Later that night, you did hang out with Denki, and the following night too, but then Wednesday after school you changed quickly and left the school grounds to head to Mr. Sadatori's flower shop to help with the stocktake. "Mr. Sadatori," you said as you stepped into the shop. The old man was bent over some plants and nearly put his back out when he went to straighten up. He got such a fright when he heard your voice that he moved too quickly. "Ouch!" he hissed as he grabbed for his back and slowly straightened the rest of the way up. "Oh, Yin, it's you. Hello." "Hi, sir. Are you okay? Do you need a hand?" you asked with concern. "Oh, I'm quite all right," he replied. But we're moving the fertilizer bags to the front of the greenhouse. Would you mind helping Olyx?" "Yes, of course," you said politely, before heading past him to go and find your friend. It had been a while since you'd been in the shop greenhouse, and you smiled and took a deep breath in as you stepped in amongst the greenery. "Olyx, Mr. Sadatori is rightly frazzled today. What did you do?" you asked into the greenhouse. "Sung him songs," a red tulip said to your left. "Is that all?" you asked suspiciously. "And dropped some caterpillars onto him and had them chant, 'One of us, one of us,'" the tulip added. "Olyx, this is terrible. The poor man's going to have a heart attack one day," you said, standing there, now with hands on hips. Olyx suddenly appeared out of nowhere and jumped onto you, giving you a giant cuddle before jumping off you and doing a kickstand up onto one hand. Ah, but he needs to smile more. I'm just trying to help him smile, Olyx replied with a grin before jumping onto their feet and bowing from the waist. You're welcome. No, I wasn't complimenting you, you said with a chuckle, but then stopped when Olyx suddenly looked up at you and stared. Well, what? You asked, touching your face with your hand. You kissed! Olyx suddenly shouted, and your face ran hot. Shh! Don't yell so loud, you hissed with fear, looking over your shoulder to make sure Mr. Sadatori hadn't been close enough to hear. How can you tell? I just know these things, Olyx said proudly. Kiss me too! Olyx, you chided. You don't just go around kissing everyone. You kiss a special someone. You're a special someone, Olyx said with an exaggerated head tilt to the side, their ear studs glistening in the afternoon sun. So let's kiss. No, you chuckled. You kiss someone you really, really love and you want to be with them forever. Your eyes sparkled and shone, showing a new softness in them that Olyx had never seen before. But, they said softly, the happy look on their face fading a little. That's what I want. Oh, Olyx, please don't be sad. You're an exception. You'll always be with me, even without kissing, because I care about you, and you're a very, very good friend to me, you said, stepping forward to give them a hug. Olyx readily accepted your hug and then giggled. I hope your boyfriend doesn't mind me moving in then, they said cheekily. We can all live together. I wouldn't mind kissing him too. He has a very pretty face, like mine, they said, pointing to their face. Oh, Olyx, you cheeky sprite. You just want to kiss everyone, you chided them playfully. Is that such a bad thing? With all the evil in this world, shouldn't we be trying to overcome it with good? They asked. Well, that is true, I guess, but there's appropriate ways to do it, and going around scaring old men with your quirk and kissing people isn't the right way, you lectured lightly. Oh, bummer, Olyx said with a click of their fingers. Well, anyway, we need to move bags of fertilizer, don't we? You asked, getting on with the evening's activities. I suppose, Olyx sighed. I've been trying to get the birds to do it, but the bags are too heavy. Olyx, you chided with a chuckle. You're a terror. It was heavy-going work, pulling and carrying bags to the front of the greenhouse, but you and Olyx worked hard and managed to move all of them within the hour, much to Mr. Sadatori's delight. Ah, fine job, he said with a nod of his head when he saw all the bags lined up against the wall of the greenhouse. I suppose that'll be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow, Olyx, and thank you, Yin, for your help this afternoon, and it's been most appreciated. Oh, you're welcome, sir, you said with a polite smile. Olyx, if I may have a quick word with you in the office, Yin, you're free to go home, Mr. Sadatori then said. Thank you, sir, you replied, giving Olyx a smile before heading off to get your bag. You hadn't meant to have heard anything that was said in the office, but as you went to walk past again with your bag, you caught the tail end of a conversation happening in there and noted that Olyx had been given a wad of money. Now, please, don't put this money back in the till. This is yours. What's happened has happened, and all's been forgiven, you heard Mr. Sadatori say. Oh? You wondered as you went to walk past the door but paused. I promise I won't, sir, you heard Olyx say, and then all of a sudden they rolled backwards out of the office door and stood up right in front of you. Oh, you said with surprise. Ah, Olyx said, and then froze on the spot. As Olyx would say, probably, whoops. Stay tuned for chapter 72 to find out what the go is there, and will there be some secrets spilled? I'll see you then.